Hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's doing pretty good. Myself, not doing too bad. Anyhow, it's Friday, so it's my finished item Friday, or my finished projects. And I have one for you today. But before I show that, I've got to go over my head to toe winter knits book. For those who don't know, um, I am making every pattern in this book. Originally, I got the idea from Erin over at Crafting Kitty. She's got a segment she does on her channel called Fridays with Fred, and she puts out different items from the book, and she has her followers vote on it, and then she makes that item. I'm doing the same idea, but I'm only posting in one spot, which is if you go on my About page and you go over to the post, which used to be the I can't remember what we used to be called. I know it's the post now, and it's underneath your photo. You'll have your lives, your shorts, your videos, and on the very far right, it says post. If you click on it, the new poll is up. Now, it's more entertainment for me because I will be making everything in this book at some point. But if you want to go over there and just put your vote in, I'd really appreciate it. So, first off, like I said, I've closed the last poll. And the winner, due to a tie, again, I think I've had a few ties now, but the one that was not involved in the tie is the Alice Floral Headband. And for those who don't remember what it looks like, here it is. So I'm going to be making that next. The color work doesn't seem too hard, so I'm going to enjoy that one. Now, the new options that are up are the Imperium Boot Cuff, and it looks like a pretty standard rib boot cuff. This will be a good one to get rid of some smaller little balls of yarn. It's going to be a good stash buster, I think. The next option, number 2, is Winter Theme Beanie. Now, I don't know why they would classify this as winter theme, but here it is. It looks like it'd be a little bit of work, like literally the instructions on the other side. There's a lot, so don't mind showing you this because I don't think you're going to be able to screenshot it and get all the instructions for this pattern, and no chart, unfortunately. And the third option you guys have is the Ophelia Snood. And she looks like she's done in a lighter weight yarn, but she's really pretty. Also, I would not do it in the orange. You know, me and red hair would not go very well. So those are your options to vote on. And how my voting works is I will keep the poll open to whatever Friday that the headband I'm going to be making now is finished, and I'm going to show it. I will also close the poll that same day. Now, in the event there's a two-way tie, the item that's not involved in a two-way tie will be the item I'm going to make. Now, if there's a three-way tie, which we've not had yet, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later I will, but if there's a three-way tie, I will then remove that poll and show you guys the next 3 items in the book and give you guys 1 week. So that will be a Friday through to a Friday. And then I will close it and again let you know if there's a tie involved or if there's a definite winner. If there's a tie, two-way tie, again, I will pull the item that was not involved in the tie. Again, if it happens to be another 3-way tie, I will, again, close that poll and then pick the next 3 items. And you'll get, as long as I'm home and I'm not going to be at the camper, you'll get 24 hours. If for some reason I'm going to be away that weekend, it probably will be to the Sunday instead of the Saturday. And again, same thing, two-way tie. I will pull the item that's not involved, and that will be the winner. Three-way tie, I will close it, and I will literally do the very next pattern in the book in sequence that you guys may not have seen yet, because I still got a fair ways to go before I go through this book once. And there's a lot of patterns in here, so it could be a surprise on what I'm going to make. Now, you never know, and like I said, it's entertainment for me. I know a lot of you don't really care what I make. I just make something, Tammy. Who cares, right? But it's always fun to kind of see what you guys pick because I don't look at my poll until the day I close it, like the Friday I close it. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to the last poll winner, which was the Santa slouch hat. So you can either do it with a white brim, red hat, white pom-pom. Then the other version they show you is a red and blue striped hat. And then instead of a pom-pom, it's got like a little tassel kind of idea at the bottom. I did a pom-pom instead. Now I will admit there is a mistake in this pattern. It's done on the round, and the first 8 or 10 rows, depending on how thick you want it, you're supposed to purl, and then from there knit. But if you look at especially the striped version hat, it looks like it was all knitted. So definitely a mistake. But this is the hat again that I modeled mine off of. And when I picked my colors for this hat, I just knew I wanted same brand yarn, and I knew I wanted 2 skeins of yarn that had a good significant amount. Now, originally I did not intend it to come out the way it did, and I know by the time I was, I think, on the 3rd set of colors, so I will show you the hat. So there's the palm. I did both colors together, and then there's the hat. And then down here is where it curls, which, like I said, this bottom purple was supposed to be pearl, and then from there on it was supposed to be knit, but it wouldn't have worked out the way it was supposed to. I've never actually watched the movie that I can recall. If I have, it was so long ago I don't remember it. But the colors, and you can go look it up, like pictures, is the cat from Alice in Wonderland, the anime, like the Disney cartoon one movie. That's the cat colors that sits in the tree and disappears. And like I said, I think I was maybe the second pink or the third pink up. And I'm looking at it, and like I said, like within just this section, and I'm like, that reminds me of the cat from Alice in Wonderland. So I know when I got home from my camper, because of course that's where I was working on it, I hadn't also remember, oh yeah, I want to look up pictures. I meant to actually pull one up to show you, and I forgot. But yep, if you look at the cat in the movie, in the tree, that every once in a while disappears, and you see that real big smile on its face, those are more or less the colors of the cat. I did not intend to do it. Now the hat is an adult size, so bear with me. I'm going to put it on. I know, not my colors. I'm not intending to keep this. It's a slouchy. It is actually quite warm. And like it's as you can see, good size to it. Like the palm goes down to the bottom. But definitely not a hat I would keep because like not my colors. Like I had said recently in other videos, pink is one color I don't wear. Red's usually a color I don't wear. Green, orange/peach. Or yellow. Like this is actually a fair bit of colors I can't wear. I can actually wear green, believe it or not. Green looks okay on me. Yellow, not so much. Pink, red, orange, peach. Yeah, no, not my colors. But yeah, so that turned out pretty cool. And like I said, I can't wait to, after I get this video uploaded, start going through the instructions, get material, and get started on the next project. So please, like I said, go over, take a few seconds, put a vote in. I'd appreciate it. And who knows what we'll make next. And have a great day, everybody.